Good afternoon, everyone. Superfreeze 2.0 underway in the United States. Danish Meteorological Institute takes down their Greenland Ice Mass Budget page, showing too much ice growth. I'm wondering when they're going to take down Arctic ice feeds too, because ice is growing there. Record snowfall and heaviest snowfall in Pakistan in 48 years. Human interest story. Polio workers trudging through snow to still vaccinate children. This abundant waterfall is starting to fill rivers and stream beds next to long abandoned ruins. And during these uncertain times, I've teamed up with My Patriot Supply long-term food storage. A nice, affordable starter kit. 2-week food supply, 1,500 calories per day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinners, plus the 4-gallon storage containers included in that. This is a good first step in getting more self-sufficient. And if you click through the Prepare with ADAPT 2030 page in My Patriot Supply, you can get this starter kit for $75. Please remember there's a limit of 2 per household in this special offer. And because now our climate information is being removed from public view, I'm loading everything up into Mines and also Steam it to preserve everything on the blockchain. To show the progression as we move forward into the grand solar minimum, up on mines.com/adapt 2030. Steam it as well, adapt 2030. Superfreeze 2.0 underway in the United States, this time 40 degrees Fahrenheit below normal. The ice storms accompanying the leading edge of this front I'm going to get into in the next video, but it is ferocious. This line that you see discernible there of a candy cane ribbon of destruction. 80-mile-an-hour winds, sideways blowing ice, inch plus of ice accumulation so far. And as we progress deeper in the grand solar minimum, first thing to go is going to be the information. DMI, Danish Meteorological Institute, removing the Greenland Mass Ice Budget. Now, why would they do that, do you think? Oh, because they were showing record gains on Greenland ice, 2016, 17, 18. Oh, wait, and even back in 15. So one of your only options now is to go up to Polar Portal, where they actually indeed still show this no loss of the ice. That straight line where it says 0, that's the loss. Do you see any color below the line? It hasn't even lost ice in September or October in the melt season. I guess we'll have to wait to see if it's in the averages as we come up into June, July, and August. What we do have right now from DMI, though, is the Arctic ice volume, which I believe in the future will also just magically disappear. You know why? That black line right there is showing that the Arctic ice has increased at least back to the 2004 to 2013 baseline. That's inconvenient. This is probably going to disappear too. Record snow in Pakistan, deep accumulations, armies there rescuing people, massive floods. They're joyous about this rain. It's called a blessing from God. It's alleviating the drought. They're expecting more agriculture because of this event over the last 2 weeks. Record snowfall, looking at 6 to 7 feet, raising the water table. And they're really joyous about this because it's been such a drought there for so long. But now with the intensifying grand solar minimum, intertropical convergence zone and jet streams shifting, more precipitation coming back to this area. They even talk about raising the water table as the meltwater flows into rivers. Now, which rivers would those be? Oh yeah, the rivers next to these 3,000-year abandoned settlements. Places like this, these rivers are starting to flow again. Is it really a 400-year cycle we're entering into, or something much more heavy and powerful? Look at the drainage basin here through the Indus Valley. Remember, this is one of the cradles of civilization. Before, it was much more fertile, much more rainfall. But how far back do we need to go to find fertile rainfall conditions across this entire region? Thousands and thousands of years. So much snow has fallen down in Gunul Forest area in the Kagan Valley that animals and leopards and pheasants are all migrating from high mountains into the plains areas of Hazara. Strange how the animals are even running from these events now. And the reports of this blanketing the media. If you're going to look for obscure news in Pakistan about weather events, this is the week to do it. It is everywhere. It is an all-encompassing event with some human interest stories in it as well. Now, we need to go back to January 13th is when this event in earnest started. Massive snowfalls from January 13th up to this day. And if we do look back in time, 2010, remember the floods were there too. Increasing rainfall in the same exact area. I'm going to say this is a trend in an increasing precipitation area of our planet in the grand solar minimum. And if you're into trekking, you're definitely going to know these regions of Pakistan. Karakoram, Hindu Kush, Swat Valley. Incredible beauty on our planet. Now, a human interest story here that caught my attention. Polio workers going up to vaccinate children in remote villages, trundling through the snow to still get up there. Snowbound areas in Bahrain. Mumtaz Ali walking through feet of snow above and beyond the call of duty to help others. This is where we need to start thinking, is going through these types of conditions to be able to help others. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video. If you like more analysis of the grand solar minimum, 30 minutes at a time, on the go, mini Ice Age conversations, podcast, anywhere you can find a podcast hosted across the net. And if you like your snippets of information in a minute or less, the rundown on Adapt 2030 social media, including minds.com/Adapt 2030.